Let's kiki on this interesting story. So JoJo Siwa has pulled out of her Chicago Pride performance just days after opening up about the pressure to label herself a lesbian. The Karma singer was scheduled to perform at Backlot Bash on June 29th, but organizers confirmed that she withdrew due to a scheduling conflict. But it's clear there's more happening beneath the surface. In recent interviews, JoJo revealed that coming out as queer brought unexpected pressure from both the public and within the LGBTQ community. She said, quote, "Sexuality is fluid," end quote, pushing back on the need for rigid labels. JoJo Siwa bows out of Chicago Pride. What are we all talking about? So JoJo Siwa was in Big Brother, I want to call recently, the celebrity Big Brother, and she was in this house with this guy, Chris, and they kind of like fell for each other and now are dating.
Right.
All right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so they're dating. But she has always said that she's queer, that she's bi, that she's fluid, that she's trying to just figure out where she's at. She's young. She's not even 20. Like, I mean, I want to say she's like 18 or 19 years old, Alex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's a kid, so she's allowed to say, at least from my seat. She could say she's a lesbian. She could say she's queer. She could say she's bi. She could say she's pan. And I think that she's getting like, we were all like supportive of her when she came out. And like, then she goes and has some pseudo relationship with a guy and people are turning their backs on her.
Right.
And so then with all the pressure, I think it was the pressure, not scheduling conflicts, that made her pull out of this Pride concert that she was supposed to be a part of in Chicago. So,
it's so funny. Like when I had filmed with female to male, and I had gotten so much backlash from that. All of a sudden, I'm bisexual because the F to M still had her feeling.
Yeah, still had her part. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm really not bisexual. Like, but I mean, and I just chopped them because I'm like 50 something years old. I don't give a fuck.
And you don't give a shit.
I can imagine being 19 years old and have all this. Like when you come out and say that you are attracted to females and or whoever you're attracted to, it's supposed to relieve the pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you're
so now but now that you're a kid, now all of a sudden this is sort of like your foundation. I have to go back in the closet now. I have to I can't say what I like and what I don't like now, because if you put yourself in a box, there are certain people that get comfortable, that are comfortable. I know where you belong. You belong in this box. You belong in this box. So and it's all about me. It makes me feel comfortable. But as soon as you step out of that box, people don't know how to think. Yeah.
Yeah, and they want to put you back in that box.
And because they don't know how to think, they automatically add fear to that. So they're afraid. If they don't understand it, they're afraid of it, right? So this poor kid has to now be like have all this pressure on her, like a 19-year-old.
Like, think about yourself when you were 19. There's got to be things that you liked then that you don't like now.
When I was 19, I was engaged. I was going to marry a woman when I was 19. That's never going to happen again.
Almost happened.
It almost happened. But that's where I was.
Yeah.
I was like, I can change. I wanted to change. I didn't want to be gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There were a million things going through my head. You know what I mean? So it's a shame.
F people, and then she's getting this backlash from backing out. Now, girl, you shouldn't have backed out of the Pride event. You shouldn't have backed out.
Let them
you should be on stage. Own your sexuality, right? Again, I know you're young, but the reality is that you're with this Chris Hughes guy right now.
And you like him.
But you're going to be over him in a couple months, and then you'll be with whoever you're with, like me. Again, like the box that Alex is always talking about, right? Like if I ever say, oh my God, that guy is so sexy. Ooh, I can do a night with him. People automatically, how dare you? What does that mean? I thought you hated guys. Yeah. Wait a minute. I hate men? No, I don't hate men because I consider myself a lesbian. I've always had okay relationships with men. I just fell in love with Teresa, right? So then I had to sign that box as a lesbian, and that's that.
But we have nothing better to do.
Nothing better to do.
Put somebody else down, or minimalize them, or minimalize their experience, or minimalize whatever they're feeling, so that we can justify what we think is gay, lesbian, like some people get really offended when you tell them you're bisexual. It's like, why are you offended?
Why are you offended? I am pan. I am not bi. Okay, I'm so sorry.
I'm fluid. Great, be whatever. Be whatever.
Be whatever the hell you want, JoJo. But don't back out of a concert when it comes to our community, because that's our pride. And people were paid to go or were looking forward to seeing JoJo Siwa, and then you backed out, you know,
Yeah.
because of scheduling conflicts,
Yeah.
you know? If it was scheduling conflicts, my bad. I really think it was more the pressure of everything, you know? And at the end of the day, you want to sleep with a guy, you sleep with a guy, you sleep with a girl, you sleep with whoever the hell you want. It's your prerogative, and screw people.
you
And you'll
think-
learn that the older you get.
Do you think she wants to retract being a lesbian? Do you think
Probably
she?
not.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can't retract that shit. You like, if you like, you like the, you know? I mean, like, and again, she's young. Like, there are things that, you know, I liked pepperoni on my pizza back then. I can't stand pepperoni now. You know what I mean? Like, you change when you get older. You put up with shit because of certain people around you. You might even date somebody because of people around you at that age.
That's
You know what I
happened
mean?
to-
Like, it's happened to me. No, my best friend had a brother. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, if they're around,
Yeah.
you're around.
It's a
Okay.
cute,
You know?
It's a cute look. Let's go.
Let's go. Anyway, that is an important conversation for our LGBTQ